What's up, guys? Welcome to another video. Gonna be taking a look at another Anker product in the Prime line, and I'll link a card up here. We just took a look at the like 6-in-1, I think, like desktop charger station. Well, we're gonna take it up a notch. Okay, we're gonna take it up a pretty good sized notch. So what we're going to look at is the 8-in-1 240 watt charging station from Anker. Again, this is their Prime line, as you can see here. This bad boy, as mentioned, 240 watts. That comes to you in 2 AC ports. So you get 2 outlets, 4 USB-C ports, and 2 USB-A ports. And what's really cool about this guy, you can control it anywhere in the world. That's right. It has built-in Wi-Fi and an app. Okay, connect this to your home network. You can access power information, turn on and off ports and stuff like that from anywhere in the world. That is fabulous. The purpose of this bad boy is to reduce the clutter and make your space look very professional, and also bring safety charging to everything. Because you might have one of those Walmart power bricks, right? Not very attractive, not very safe. But, you know, hey, if you'd rather have that than spend some money protecting your devices with a smart power setup, you know, and I get it. Maybe you need 6 AC outlets, right? This is only going to bring you 2. But there's options, right? So we're going to get to those. But this is definitely option 1, and I highly recommend this one. Now, the only thing I'm not a huge fan of, this puts the huge box at the wall outlet, and I'll show you that here in a minute. If I had any complaints about this guy, the design of this is having this big box on the wall outlet. That's painful. All right. If I was going to suggest anything to Anker, I would say no. Let's not do this. Alright, again, this is the model A91B2. GaN technology, check. Power IQ 4.0, check. That's to spread the power across all these ports proportionately, and how it's designed. Active Shield 3.0, check. That is the, basically, like it says, it's a shield, it's safety. And that comes with, you know, monitoring this thing for overheating 24 hours a day. I don't know how many times it checks, millions of times a day. You know, basically make sure it doesn't overheat, short circuit, overcharge, undercharge, you name it. It's got all that protection plus a 300J rated surge protection built in, and it has a 5-foot cord, if you're wondering, to the wall. Let's go ahead, shut up, and unbox this bad boy so you can see it. Okay. And yes, you're getting the unboxing experience, right? So, very premium. It's like an aluminum housing, nice shiny. There's a fingerprint magnet, just heads up. Nice shiny front. It's also a display. So if you're wondering, yes, it does have the display on the front. And then we get a little bit of a booklet and a bulky wall. This is what plugs into the wall. My hand, okay? This is huge. This would be my only, when I saw this design, I was like, that's what goes in the wall. And the weight on this, it's pretty heavy. Again, I would probably get something to sit on the desk and not plug that into the wall. It's just the weight, I wouldn't be comfortable plugging this in. One, you're going to have distance spaces because it's like this, so whatever is going to have to be at least this far from the wall if you're putting it behind a desk or a nightstand or something like that. That's a lot of distance, so you're going to have that much distance between whatever and the wall outlet so it'll go in here like this, and probably a little more so you can pull it out, so you're looking at some distance there. It's got some weight. I don't think I would want to put this on the wall outlet with this much weight. But other than that, yeah, it looks nice, and this cord is definitely heavy duty. That plug is definitely proprietary. That looks very, very different. So yeah, there's your charging setup. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to plug this in. We're going to get it set up. We're going to download the app. Actually, I already have the app, but we're going to set up the app. We're going to set this up to the Wi-Fi. If there's any caveats along the way, I'll come back and show you. But for the most part, you know, it's supposed to be pretty cut and dry. So I might pop in and just do a little update as I do this if something warrants that. But otherwise, we're going to set this up and come back and do a little demonstration and show you exactly how it all works and looks. We'll be right back. Alright, welcome back, guys. So we've got a nice little mess here on the review table, as you can see. But I wanted to basically bring this as a use case scenario. So what I've actually done is I've got both AC outlets plugged in, and one's really in use. The other one is this Anker device over here with nothing attached to it. So AC, not really pulling anything except this is charging a battery for a camera. I've got 3 of the 4 USB ports, C ports filled up. Now I'm tricking it because I've actually used this Anker desktop charging station here, and this is the wireless desktop charging station. And I've got that going to one of the USB-C ports, okay? And then I've got this battery bank charging, and then this flashlight here, which is, yeah, I don't know, Robinhood flashlight, USB-C. This is all charging from the USB-C ports. So what I wanted to bring to you is, okay, one, you can control this via Bluetooth, no problem. Standing right here, your phone, through the app. And you can see this is a fingerprint magnet. So that's one thing. This glossy front. Yeah, is there any way around it? I don't know. But this is definitely a fingerprint magnet. So these buttons manually control these AC switches. You can push them, they'll turn the juice on and off. In fact, if you want to see this red light right here, that is on. If I push this button, that red light disengages and that port's no longer active. So now I'm charging it again. I turned it on. Now on the screen down here, we see the little Wi-Fi is enabled, and I've connected this to my Wi-Fi. One rule of thumb. This only uses 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi. Alright? And here's the kicker. And I found this buried in some documentation. Because the first time I tried this, I couldn't connect to my Wi-Fi. Alright? Only accepts alphanumeric in your SID. So what's that mean? It means you can't have a special character, which I did. I had a dash in my Wi-Fi, at least my 2.4 gigahertz SSID, right? So I couldn't use that. So what I did is I went into the guest network. I enabled the guest network on my router, and I just created a alphanumeric, like it said, 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi. Saw it, connected, no problem whatsoever. So if you're trying to do this with Wi-Fi, no, you can't use 5 gigahertz, and you can't have any special characters. It is limited to alphanumeric on what it supports. Disappointing, yes. That seems like an easy, programmatically easy thing to fix. Why not accept special characters in an SSID? Doesn't make any sense. So, anyway. When you connect this to your Wi-Fi, it gives you the ability to basically use this anywhere in the world. Alright? I could be in Europe, and I could connect back and control this. Alright? I could set a schedule, I could turn off these AC ports, I could see how much juice is on there, all that fun stuff, and I'm going to show you exactly what that looks like on their app. So, here is the Anker app. Say that fast 5 times. The 240 watt charging station, Wi-Fi. Alright, you can do this in Bluetooth, or you can do this also with Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi, the only one that you can do it anywhere in the world. Bluetooth, you got to be right next to it, pretty much, right? So this gives me the port status on this controller, this charger, right? What's cool is, obviously I don't have the USB-C port 1 plugged in. It's 0 watts. C2 is pulling 15. C3 is pulling 1.19, and C4 is pulling a little over 2, right? So their total output is 17 0.5, 0.5, whatever. It's right in that range. These are the USB-A's. They're not plugged in. But the 4 USB-C's, 3 of the 4 are plugged in and running. Now, if I want to go down here, switch control. AC1, AC2. Alright? So here's what we're going to do. Hopefully you can see this little red light over here on this. I'm going to just shut this off remotely, right? So I'm just going to power off AC1. Yep, confirm. Boom. Our AC1 just shut off. I just manually controlled that. And let's just turn it back on. Whoop. That's the scheduler. Let's just turn it back on. Boom. And now I've controlled this from anywhere in the world and turned on this AC outlet. So it's a smart plug too, right? So you can control, maybe you want to put a lamp or something while you're away on here, and you can adjust it. Maybe you don't want it on a schedule where it looks like you're gone and somebody that's staking at your house can see, hey, 6 o'clock, your lights come on every day. That's a pattern. That's something that's identifiable, right? So you can log in and change it. Maybe you just want to change the schedule. Maybe you want to manually turn it on and off. Maybe you got something else that you're hooked up to that you want to control and take care of. So there is that. And I can do the same for AC2. All right. Again, if I go into the app and I do power schedule, I can set the timers for AC1 or AC2. So that's very, very cool. Let's look at the real-time data. This actually tracks your total output and your interface output, right? So you can literally come here and click on a button. We can see what port is doing what, it's maxed, how long it's gone and done, that kind of stuff, and then the total output of all these combined. So you can get some analytics here on your charging, which is actually pretty cool. It's kind of taking charging to the next level where you're getting some good analytics out of your charges. That's kind of different. If we go into settings, here's everything you control in the app. So the charging mode, smart dynamic allocation, recommended mode for high power equipment. So the default, of course, is just smart, so it's doing it safely. Secret features, these here, feature 1, feature 2, don't know, they're locked, right? Something that's coming down the way. You can control the screen brightness. Right now it's on the highest level. Screen timeout. You can say, hey, I want this little screen to go out after a while. Okay? So, or you can just shut it off. And you can turn the clock on and off, however you want to do it. You've got all those kind of options. So let's just turn on the clock display. And we'll set it to clock theme 1. Alright. Boom. So, not really, 1691. Yep, so we do have the clock display on there as well. Alright. So, you can change the device name. Again, the Wi-Fi settings, the serial number, the firmware upgrade, all that controlled through the app. You can do it anywhere in the world and get those analytics. That is pretty darn cool. So, again, if you're wanting to use this, you can travel with it, you can leave it at home and treat it as a smart device. You can declutter your desk and set this up to where you've got 2 AC outlets that you don't have to get behind the desk and along the wall or whatever to get quick little AC outlets, hit and miss. Maybe this is just something you want to test out and plug in from time to time. You don't want to dig behind the desk. You've got that on your desk now, which you can control, and you've got all these USB ports. So do away with a power strip and one of these, maybe one of these USB banks, right, that you've got 2 separate things going on, and condense it into one. That's the beauty of it, and that's the whole game here. Check the show notes. I'll have a link for this bad boy right here. You can pick it up from the Anker Prime series. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and always, guys, thanks for watching, and have a good one.